I'm wondering, as you watch what's happened here, what you feel about, for instance, the police tactics, how they are operating. I understand you kind of feel like they're operating through a narrative rather than addressing concerns of the people. Explain what you mean by that.
Yeah, I think the people have clarified our narrative that's basically say we want better justice, we want fairness in that process, and we want less aggressive police. That's what I keep hearing from watching this on television for 8-10 hours a day. On the other hand, the political response has been, let's send more police and let's use the police to control the situation. Anderson, at some point in time, I took orders from the governor of Louisiana on what she wanted us to do, which was to save lives and evacuate people. When you go to the police, they need to be executing a political objective, which is beyond controlling the people. They should be a part of all of government, working with the local mayor to determine what is the priority of work to take care of the people, maintain security, and address the narrative that the people are going to disobedience over, which is justice, fairness, and aggressive police. In response, Anderson, what the people get is more aggressive police tactics at the very point the people are practicing disobedience over. So that is the dilemma. We don't have a political objectives here for the police to execute other than to contain people, where they should be working with the people, allowing them to express themselves and work in security and integrate themselves with the people. That would be the recommendations I would make to the governor there on the ground and what adjustments need to be made, and give the people a place to have a voice, put a microphone up, put a stage up, put some sunscreen on it so they can come up and talk and express their concerns.
Well, that's certainly something that Captain Ron Johnson seemed to be trying to do early on, but I talked to him today and he said, look, at a certain point, I got to take care of my officers. If there are people taking shots at my officers, throwing rocks, throwing bottles, I can't tell my officers not to protect themselves, not to be, fully kitted out in tactical gear.
For a better part of a week and a half, Anderson, I took on, in some cases, over 100,000 people in South Korea protesting and exercising their rights against my command. And not once did we point a gun at anyone. Not once did we point a gun at anyone. That is the purpose of the trained force, to have the right equipment, have the right shields, have the right equipment on. So if somebody's going to throw a water bottle or throw a brick, you've got the capacity with the right headgear on, and you're not holding an M16 looking at port arm and you're pointing them at them. They not have to adjust their tactics and have to adjust their equipment to handle a crowd, as opposed to treating everybody like a shooter, Anderson. And that's the tactic I would recommend to them that they adjust.